monitor the podium in St. Louis, but first some other news. New information on a very public subpoena that was served to Miami Dolphin and Aaron Hernandez friend Mike Pouncey. Mass State Police delivered it after his team lost to the Patriots yesterday. The whole thing involves a possible gun trafficking operation. Fox 25's Heather Hedges has found there could be a lot more to this. Take it from here, Heather.
Yet another new development, Maria. This is the photo SportsIllustrated.com took right inside Gillette Stadium. It wasn't even an hour after the game, and the Dolphins' Mike Pouncey, that's him right there, was reportedly served with a subpoena. I spoke with the director of the Sports and Entertainment Law Institute at UNH School of Law today, who's been following the Hernandez case closely, about what new information we might now glean out of this development. Listen.
They've known each other for years, friends, college teammates. But now, Miami Dolphins center Mike Pouncey is being called to court to possibly help prosecutors build their case against his close friend, Aaron Hernandez, and it's all over guns.
Prosecution does not yet have a murder weapon. Some of those who have implicated Hernandez have been giving conflicting stories as to what happened that night. They could have been drunk, they could have been high on drugs, in which case they wouldn't make great witnesses. So the prosecution can then pivot and say, well, we have these 5 other gun charges that in total would threaten up to 29 years in prison.
29 years in prison.
Up to 29.
5 gun charges.
Yeah.
We don't know yet if there's any connection between that missing murder weapon and Lloyd's death and these gun charges. But SportsIllustrated.com's Mike McCann, who's an attorney and also a law school professor, says it's certainly logical there could be a connection.
I think investigators are probably trying to connect all of these things together. If there was a gun operation, the grand jury process will help prosecutors go through the information and see if in fact there is a link.
So now the story of Hernandez's alleged double life as a criminal could include another NFL player, a friend who we know has supported him through the murder charges. Look at Pouncey and his brother wearing these hats. But it also raises the question, could other NFL players be involved?
If the league is connected with criminality, now in addition to player health issues, it presents the league in a negative light. Now, we can say, well, the ratings are still high and people love the NFL, and there doesn't seem to be that moment where people stop watching. But there could be a critical mass at some point where people say enough is enough.
Stay tuned. In the meantime, this is a photo of the 2 Pouncey brothers with Aaron Hernandez snapped in Vegas. Mike McCann there says that Mike Pouncey's bank statements, cell phone records, other electronic documents could potentially be subpoenaed now, and a couple of things could also happen from here. Mike Pouncey could choose to ignore the subpoena. He could plead the fifth, or prosecutors could grant him immunity from possibly incriminating himself in exchange for information on his buddy. But whatever happens, it is worth stressing that at this point, Pouncey has not been charged with anything. I'm Heather Hedges, Fox 25 News.
All right, Heather, thank you. So we've been on top of every